How Te Pāti Māori betray and destroy their people. Te Pāti Māori, the Māori Party, along with rich Elite Iwi tribes and the Waitangi Tribunal, are not only a disgusting blight on society, they are a backstabbing disgrace to their people. Just for the record once again, nearly 200 years ago, colonisation was undeniably a fantastic deal for Māori, delivering massive benefits to otherwise brutal, violent, warring savages, who not only murdered their neighbours and children, they ate them as well. That's a fact, like it or lump it. However, today, Te Pāti Māori MPs, such as Waititi, Ngariba Packer and Ferris, distort the historic facts and instead teach young Māori that the colonisers were the savages who came to New Zealand, destroying lives of peace-loving gay, queer Māori gardeners and fishermen and wreaking havoc in the country. These same fake Māori so-called leaders, most of them actually being descendant European colonisers, leave out when Māori arrived in New Zealand they committed genocide against the actual peace-loving indigenous peoples of New Zealand, the Moriori. How convenient. Labour Party MP Willie Jackson openly admits his ancestors murdered and slaughtered the Moriori, but then he casually brushes off this violent historic incident with a simple, "I'm not responsible for the actions of my ancestors." The Māori hierarchy receive enormous taxpayer finance to enjoy their upmarket quality lives. Yet in return, they not only deprive their own people from receiving a few crumbs, there's no trickle-down Māori economy here in New Zealand, they also deliberately deprive their own people from obtaining the skills necessary to improve the quality of their lives. The Marxist Māori hierarchy keep living their comfortable, lavish lifestyles, all at the expense of their own desperate people. They keep creaming the hard-working taxpayer to feather their own nests. By keeping their people at the bottom of the ladder, they enrich themselves further at the top of the ladder. By keeping their people at the bottom of the ladder, blaming colonisers for their miserable existence, they enrich themselves at the top. By keeping their people at the bottom of the ladder, living on handouts and being dependent beneficiaries, they enrich themselves at the top. With such riches, Te Pāti Māori MPs can head off into the sun during working hours, visiting Pacific Islands on surfing holidays with their family, flying business class and staying in top-notch hotels, and all paid for by you, the hard-working taxpayer. And guess what? These Te Pāti Māori MPs don't even have to account for their public expenses. It's a gift paid for by the people at the bottom of the ladder. By treating their people like lowlife, they are no better than con job, scam artists, scumbags. And that's exactly what's at the top of the Marxist Māori ladder. That's exactly what Te Pāti Māori, the rich Elite Iwi and the Waitangi Tribunal are today. Backstabbing scumbags who betray their own people. What follows now is what the Māori hierarchy should be teaching decent New Zealanders who generally identify as Māori. Tighten your seatbelts, as it's a novel idea for some. The Māori hierarchy should be teaching their people, especially young Māori at schools and universities, about responsibility, about united people, and the role of citizens in building a better nation. Instead, these teacher and professor numbskulls teach bad colonisers, and thus deprive young Māori from ever being able to walk with their heads held high. These people destroy the lives of young Māori right from the beginning of their careers. Instead, young Māori, and in fact all Māori, as you're never really too old to learn, should be encouraged to shift their mindset. Instead of focusing on what benefits or services they can receive from the government or others, they should think about how they could contribute to their country's progress. Young Māori should be taught that a nation's strength comes from the collective efforts of its citizens. When everyone works together, whether through small acts of compassion or larger contributions, the entire community thrives. That's exactly the opposite of what the current Marxist Māori hierarchy teach today. For students, this message is especially relevant. It reminds young people that they have the power to make a difference, even in small ways. Volunteering at a local shelter, helping a classmate with homework, or participating in community cleanup drives are all examples of how students can contribute. These actions may seem minor, but they create a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same, even their parents. Young Māori should be taught the importance of unity and teamwork. A country is like a big family, where everyone has a role to play. When Kiwis come together with a shared purpose, they can overcome challenges and achieve great things. For example, during times of crises such as natural disasters, people typically unite to support one another. This touching spirit of collaboration is what the Māori hierarchy should envision for their people, not how can we bludge more from the innocent descendants of years gone by colonisers. Every New Zealander, regardless of race or who their ancestors were, has a duty to contribute to the well-being of the country. This doesn't mean everyone has to become a politician or a soldier. Instead, it means finding ways to use one's talents and skills for the greater good. It certainly doesn't mean how to find better ways of lying, stealing, and doing war dances to disrupt the peace, harmony, and the flow of progress. It's easy to criticise a government or blame others for problems, but real progress begins when people take action themselves by asking, what can I do to help? Instead of, what will others do for me? Young Māori need to think beyond their own needs and consider how they can contribute to the greater good. This means recognising their potential to make a positive impact, no matter how small their actions may seem. By embracing responsibility, unity, and a spirit of service, everyone can play a part in building a brighter future for our communities and our world. Te Pāti Māori, rich Elite Iwi, and the Waitangi Tribunal all need to learn the importance of accountability and leadership. Adults often bear the responsibility of decision-making within families, workplaces, and communities. So these supposed revered groups need to reflect on their hierarchy roles as stewards of society, urging and inspiring positive change through their choices and actions, rather than rebellion. Leadership is not confined to political offices. It thrives in everyday acts of integrity, service, and innovation. Young Māori today need intelligent leadership, something that's obviously seriously lacking amongst Te Pāti Māori, rich Elite Iwi, and the Waitangi Tribunal. Thank you for listening. WhangāreiTim.